Hey everybody, it's Burly Teacher out here at the range today. A couple years back, as a teacher in Washington local schools, what was called ALICE training. ALICE training stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. And essentially what that is a plan to protect yourself in case a mass shooter or a school shooter ever comes in. And in the past, the old school lockdown was you just took your students in the corner of the classroom, you just huddled and you got quiet, and that didn't give you any tools to prepare yourself to not be taken advantage of by the shooter, whoever were to come in. So I came up with an idea and was curious. We all have books in our classroom as a teacher, fairly hefty books that are content books. And I wanted to come out here to the range today and see how a 9mm, this is a Smith & Wesson SD VE9, and I'll just show you that there is not a round in the chamber. I have the mag here, and I'm shooting 115 grain rounds, which are regular rounds that you can buy at Dick's or Cabela's, whatnot, that any random person could buy. So why do I have a 9mm? You may be asking, you may be thinking that most school shootings are done with high-powered assault rifles, as they would call it, and we're not going to get into that. It's a different topic for a different day. But I will put a link here to a study that was done by a lady who looked at all school shootings since 1999 in Columbine, and the most common weapon and caliber used was a 9mm handgun. So here's my theory. My theory is that book that we all have in our classrooms good for covering and protecting center mass in your body? So the goal is, let's shoot the book and let's see what happens. So you can see the entry here and here. I have not touched these or moved these since the first shot. And let's see if there's an exit in the back of the book. As you can see here, that book, there is no exit anywhere. And you can see here, there is also no exit. So I should also add that I'm not trying to prove anything, just thought it would be curious to see what would happen if the book were able to stop a 9mm round. So let's take a look inside the book and see if we can find the discharged bullet. So I'm going to set these down. You can see here, you can still see the entry there. A little over halfway through the book. So we're on page 909 and there's no more holes. So let's go here to, it's like 697. There's a dent, but there is absolutely no power to hit through at that point in time. So that's crazy. Look at this right there. Right there is the expelled bullet, and that starts and is dislodged and stopped on page 477. So let's take a look at the other book and see what we can find out. These are both old social studies books, by the way, that are no longer used. So you can see here, this looks like it sort of stopped. Right there it is. Page 643, you see the round completely stopped. So just for giggles, let's try it again and see if we get the same result now that the book has already been damaged once. Put them up in the same place. We still have the dislodged round in both, and let's give her a second shot here. So as we're walking up, what do you think? Do you think the second one penetrated as well? Went all the way through? Let's find out. Entry. Entry. I was pretty dead on the second shot on that one. And we do have an exit here. and we do have an exit there. So what can we say from that? What we can say is that pretty definitively one shot, which is probably unlikely in any kind of mass shooter situation, will protect center mass. Now that's assuming that you can even put the book in the right place throughout a chaotic period of time, right? More so just a fun activity to see that if those books would stop around, and they do stop one, but the second one went all the way through because the book was damaged. So I'm guessing some of that tension, the surface tension, was a little bit less now as a result of the first impact. So Burly teacher, shooting books, and now let's get ready to smash some stuff. Oh, you want to see me shoot a plate first? Let's shoot the plate and see what happens.